Okay, so good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is the world's first and only dark skinned activist, Rashida Strober. And I got a very hoarse voice, as you guys can hear, because I've been talking my ass off. But good morning, everybody. Before I get started, the world's first and only dark skinned activist wants to let y'all know that, as promised, I have went ahead and started the production phase of the Dark Skin Activist Tour, featuring my wonderful, entertaining, enlightening, educational show, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. Yes, so it's going down on June 25th. I'm sorry, I keep saying 25th. Y'all gotta forgive me for that. June 26th. June 26th. All right. It's going down June 26th. And I'm still in the phases of putting everything together. So y'all got to bear with me. Okay. But anyway, this is the event, the pay-per-view live stream event, where anybody anywhere in the world can go ahead and watch the event. And you can get your tickets. They're on sale right now. The virtual tickets are $44.99. And if you are in Atlanta, now I got two sets. The dark skin activist done came through. She done came through. I deliver as promised. Shout out to everybody that's helping to make this happen. I appreciate y'all. Dark skin activist done came through. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so here's where you can get your virtual tickets. Now, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, you will be able to access the live show, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, through the pay-per-view live stream that I have set up. And here's where you'll get your tickets. I've already dropped the link inside of the chat, and it's also in the description box. So all you have to do is go where it says get your virtual ticket now and click on, and you have secured and paid for your ticket, and you will be able to watch the show on June 26th, which is a Friday. June 26th, save that day, a Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's fenced to go down. Now, it's going to be filmed live in Atlanta. So if you are in Atlanta, boom, here we go. This is what you will do to purchase your ticket. On June 26th, the show is going to take place at, and this is all the ticketing information right here on Eventbrite. It will take place on June 26th at 7:30 p.m. and it's going to be at the White Label. The location is 349 Decatur Street Southeast, Unit M, okay, in Atlanta, Georgia. All right. So you guys can go ahead and you can get your tickets right now. The tickets are on sale right now. The tickets for the live show where you show up in Atlanta, they're $49.99. All right. So understand, folks, that this is a live stream pay-per-view where even if you are not in Atlanta, Georgia, you can go and purchase your tickets from right here, right now. And also, I am in the process of allowing people to purchase the tickets from my website, which is darkskinactivist.com. So in a couple of days, you'll be able to go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, and somewhere up in this space, you will see a differentiation between the pay-per-view live stream that will be available for purchase, and the live show in Atlanta will be available for purchase. So look out for that. You'll be able to go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. But for right now, those of you that's ready to purchase the tickets, this is the link, and I'm going to drop the link inside of the chat box once again. This is the link where you can go ahead and purchase those tickets right now. And again, they are in the in the description to this live. So you can go ahead and get your tickets right now. So I'm going to drop the link in there for everybody. The pay-per-view live stream and the Atlanta in-person tickets can be purchased right now. They are on sale right now. So make sure you guys go ahead and get your tickets right now, because the show is fixed to go down, and I'm very excited and I cannot wait. And everything is still in the process and swinging, and I'm so excited. And this is the show, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. It's fire. It's absolute fire. You can go and read the description here on Eventbrite. The description is right there. The synopsis is there. All of the information is there. Some of the reviews are right there on Eventbrite. Also, as well, here's the other link for the pay-per-view live stream. You can go and read the description, the synopsis. Everything is there. It's going down. All right. So get your tickets. They're on sale officially. It's going down in Atlanta, Georgia, and worldwide. A dark-skinned woman's revenge on the Dark-Skinned Activist Tour. Okay, so this live today is inspired by, and I don't know what happened to my pictures here, but we're going to get them pictures pulled back up. All right, let's pull up those pictures right now. There we go. This live today, and I'm going to put that one down because I need to pull up the pictures of my wonderful father. All right. This live today is inspired because it was brought to my attention that Crystal Swirlz has talked about me again. And she did it in a recent live that she made called something to the effect of From the Nation of Islam to Swirling. All right. And let me say this off the top. Okay. Let's get this straight off the top. For those of you Crystal Swirlz fans, you try to come on here and say, Rashida, you keep on talking about Crystal Swirlz, blah, blah, blah. No. It's actually the other way around. Crystal Swirlz started with me, and that is a fact. So let me backtrack so that people, because I don't like people that lie and distort the truth. We're going to deal with the truth, and we're going to deal with honesty today. About a month ago, I made a video entitled Swirling is Darkism. And I made that video because I kept getting people over the years that keep asking me, particularly Black women. They've been trying to pull me into the swirl movement. And about a month ago, a young lady came into my inbox and she said, Rashida, why don't you just date a white man or date interracially? And for the umpteenth time, I was explaining to this woman why I would not do that. And instead of me going back and forth, sometimes it's better to make a video and just address the whole thing. So I made a video entitled Swirling is Darkism because this young lady, like a lot of other people over the years, she has been asking me and telling me and compelling me to go swirl. And I made this video in response to that. And I'm saying, look, this is why I can't do this. So Crystal Swirlz, I didn't know who this woman was. Don't got no beef with her. I don't know who she is. She seen the video. And she decided to make a video in response to that. And that is how Crystal Swirlz and Rashida Strober started all this back and forth. It's it's a result of Crystal Swirlz making a video about me first. Now, after that, she went on to make, I believe, at least 1 to 2 more videos. And in this recent video, around the 26 minute mark, she mentioned my name as she was speaking about the names of the children of Muslims or the children of the members of the Nation of Islam. And she mentioned Rashida, and she proceeded to say, and I'm paraphrasing, and y'all can go watch the video, that's why Rashida Strober is all messed up. That's why she on her Black Power, pro-Black stuff. I'm paraphrasing what she said, but it's right there in the video. And so that's just to give you a backdrop as to why I am making this response. For those fans of Crystal Swirlz that want to make it seem like I am just making videos about Crystal Swirlz. No, ma'am. Crystal Swirlz made a video about me first. And when you make a video about somebody and the person don't know who the hell you is, and I didn't know who the hell Crystal Swirlz was, let me tell you something. If I choose to respond to you, I can. If I don't choose to respond to you, I can. That is the way it works on YouTube. So those people, you need to get over yourselves. You need to get over your feelings. And we're going to get this show on the road. So when you call my name out, Crystal Swirlz, I'm entitled to respond to what you are saying. Now, with that being said, I don't have a beef with Crystal Swirlz at all. I got beefs with a small percentage of people on YouTube. I've never had, even though Crystal Swirlz has made response videos talking about me, I don't necessarily have a beef with Crystal Swirlz at all. It's not about Crystal Swirlz. It's about the issues and opinions, and some of it is her truth that she is putting forth that I'm taking issue, and specifically when she calls my name. Now, Crystal Swirlz in that video, she did speak about her experiences having a father that was a part of the Nation of Islam. And what I never do is I do not discount a person's personal lived experience. That's not what I am here to do. That's not what this live is about. This live is to speak on, since you called my name, Crystal Swirlz, and you said that that is the reason that I'm all messed up and pro-black and I can't get out of my stupor, and I'm paraphrasing again what you said about me, it's because of my ties to the Nation of Islam. Well, I'm here to refute that particular portion of what you said about me. I'm not here to refute your experience, because I can't do that, because I didn't live Crystal Swirlz's life. I'm not her. I didn't walk in her shoes. But what I can tell you is I am a child of one of the founding members of the Nation of Islam. And I'm here to tell you Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist experience, and how I felt about being a child of the Nation of Islam. And I'm also here to say, which is separate and apart from Crystal Swirlz's experience being a child of a member of the Nation of Islam, this is separate now. I'm also here to say that the title of your video, going from the Nation of Islam to Swirling, to me, that is Darkism. Making that jump from the Nation of Islam to becoming a swirler, that's Darkism. Now, I'm separating that out, and I want to be very clear about what I'm saying here. I am separating that out from Crystal Swirlz's lived experience as a child of a member of the Nation of Islam. There's a difference here, because I'm actually, and I've said this before in my other lives about Crystal Swirlz, I actually feel sorry for Crystal Swirlz. I actually am very empathetic to some of the things that she's gone through, and y'all can go and listen to what she has said. I'm not here to bash Crystal Swirlz at all. I'm just here to say that from the Nation of Islam to Swirling, in my opinion, that's Darkism. And I am here to tell you about the experience of a dark-skinned child of a dark-skinned member of the Nation of Islam is in total opposition to the results that Crystal Swirlz had regarding her ending up as a swirler. I'm on the opposite spectrum. Okay. So with that being said, in my story, the book that I wrote, and it's an audio book, and it's right here on YouTube. And I wrote this years ago, and I released it to the public for free. And we're going to go to that right now. It's called A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober Story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to type in A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, Rashida Strober Story. All right, here we go. And it's free. I'm gonna click on it so you guys can go and watch that at any time. And as you can see, I released that, looks like 5 years ago, back in 2016. Now, the reason why this story is very important, because I'm putting this into the context of the discussion today. Okay, I'm gonna drop that link in there. And when you guys get a moment, you can go and listen to this audio book, which is actually for free. And this is actually a live play that I did. It's a part of dark skin activism. and it is a part of all of the things that I've done around dark skin activism. So, real quickly, for those of you that don't know, I am the world's first and only dark skin activist. I am the creator, the inventor, the designer of the very first platform in history to advocate against darkism and colorism. I am the reason that anybody on YouTube, on social media, and even on reality TV speaks on dark skin, darkism, and colorism. I created the first platform for the eradication of darkism and colorism in '98 before anybody except for Cola Booth cared about it. I began to develop the science in the form of the performing arts and in the form of books and plays about only dark skin. I am the first artist, and not these other dark skinned women that they putting out here. It's a lie. I'm here to debunk the lies. I am the first artist, actress, social commentator, author to focus my work exclusively on darkism, dark skin, and colorism. No one has done that before me. In 2009, I was the first person to bring a dark skin, darkism, colorism channel to YouTube. No one was doing this before me. Now, Tommy Sotomayor was on my live the other day, and he did talk about it. And Tommy Sotomayor has never been a part of the people that I said has plagiarized me. But I'm the first person to bring a dark skin colorism channel solely about dark skin and colorism to social media. 2014, it begins to gain popularity after I was invited onto Tommy Sotomayor's platform in 2014 to discuss my dark skin, darkism, dark skin activist agenda. By 2015, the dark skin activist and darkism went viral because of a post that I made about Kendrick Lamar and his dating choice. And I saw it as darkism, and I saw it as colorism, and it went viral to millions of Black people around the world. And it was because of I was made Donkey of the Day by Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club, and that went viral. People didn't understand what I was talking about. They weren't talking about colorism. They bashed me. They mocked me. I got death threats for it. And then a funny thing happened. All these people began flocking to my channel. They studied me extensively. They went to my website, darkskinactivist.com, where I was giving away my book, the first book written for dark-skinned females about dark skin and colorism, called How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet. I was giving it away for free. People read that book, and a funny thing happened. Everybody that was mocking me, and even the ones that weren't mocking me, they began plagiarizing me. And then you started to see people talk about colorism and dark skin on YouTube. After that post went viral and the world was introduced to the dark skin activists, that is when you start to see people talk about colorism. That is when you start to see people like Amara La Negras talk about colorism. It was only after I made it pop. And this is the reason why you now see people online speaking about dark skin and colorism. They mocked me relentlessly. I received death threats, and now everybody and their mama in Black YouTube and Black women, you see people like Lupita Nyong'o just now coming out talking about dark skin with this book. Everybody is following the Rashida Strober dark skin activist blueprint. That is a fact, and I have to get that cleared up before I even go any further. No Rashida Strober, no Rashida, no colorism on social media or even reality TV. Let us be very clear about that. I started this entire lane. Now, why is my father important in this? My dark-skinned father important. How does he come into play into this whole thing? Because my dark-skinned father, he was the person, one of the people that was actually responsible for my worldview regarding dark skin, my outlook on dark skin and colorism. And he was responsible for instilling in me the burning questions that I would later ask about why am I being treated differently as a dark-skinned, nappy-haired female? My father is a part of the root of the creation of the dark-skinned activists and dark-skinned activism, which is actually the first platform in history for the eradication of darkism and colorism. My father is at the root. And if you read any of my books, And folks, I've written more books on dark skin than any person in the world. You will see me talk about my father, the late brother Samuel X. Now let's talk about that, because this is interrelated to this issue of going from the Nation of Islam, as Crystal Swirlz stated, to swirling. And my view and my take on that is to go from the Nation of Islam to swirling is Darkism. And I'm going to explain to you why. So my father, and in my audio book, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story, I detail the fact that my father was a member of the Nation of Islam, and in juxtaposition, my mother was a Pentecostal Christian. And I go into some detail about how that impacted me in my life, having a father that was a part of the Nation of Islam and having a mother that was a Pentecostal Christian. So I highly recommend that when y'all get a chance, y'all go for free. Y'all can watch this on YouTube. I told y'all I've been a dark skin activist releasing this stuff for years. I created this entire lane. And y'all can go and y'all can listen to my audiobook, which I'm probably going to turn this into a hardcover book. But for now, it's an audiobook. It's been on YouTube for years for free. And you can go and you can watch this. And you can begin to understand. But my father and my mother, and I don't want to get too much into my mom. I don't have a good relationship with my mom. My father is now deceased. But my mama was 23, and I talk about this in my audiobook, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. My mama was 23, and my daddy was 53 when I was conceived, okay? So you got a younger woman and a older man there. Of course, they're of age. And my dad, as you can see, he's dark-skinned, and my mom was dark-skinned as well. And I have a total of 5 brothers. And my oldest brother, I didn't grow up with my oldest brother because my mom, and I'm not out here trying to be disrespectful. I'm just here to tell my truth. That's why I said earlier, I'm not attacking Crystal Swirlz's truth, because I can respect that. I've been telling my truth about dark skin for years, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So I'm not out here necessarily to attack anyone. I'm here to tell my story, which I believe that every human being has a right to do. So my mom, she simply was not prepared for the rigors of motherhood. She wasn't. And my dad came into her life at a time where he actually saved her. And this comes out of my older brother. Shout out to my older brother, who's now a PhD. My older brother lived a horrific existence when he was the only child with my mom, and she was a single mom at that time. He lived a horrific existence, and I wish that he would write his story. I've encouraged him many times to do that. And I've gotten to know a lot about my dad from my from my older brother, because my older brother told me out of his own mouth that when my dad came into his life, my dark-skinned dad, a member of the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years, my dad laid down the first mosque in St. Petersburg, Florida. In St. Petersburg, Florida. Everybody knows this. That's in the city. They know what it is from, the different political leaders in the city. When my dad had his funeral back in 2001, I began to understand his significance when the place was packed. That church was filled to capacity with people that had came from all over the United States because they respected my dad so much. I've had brothers people that I didn't even know. They would walk up to me. They found out that my dad was brother Samuel X. That's your dad? To this day, I get nothing but straight respect from people because of the impact that my beautiful, wonderful, charismatic, most brilliant, most loving, most caring, most kind, dark-skinned father, who was a member of the Nation of Islam, brother Samuel X, had on people. And I didn't even know this to this day. I could go and post a picture, and I've done that on Facebook, of my dad And brothers will come out the woodwork, brothers from other parts of the country, and they say, that's your dad, Brother Samuel. And they start telling their stories about how he taught them how to be a man, about how he impacted their life. So let me tell you something. My experience with the Nation of Islam and through my dad is nothing but stellar. I have nothing but respect for the Nation of Islam because my dad was the example. My dad wanted to marry my mom, but she didn't want to. I talk about that in my book, Dark Skinned Girls Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. My dad wanted to marry my mother, but my mother didn't want to marry my dad because after having 2 kids from him, she said he was too old. But my oldest brother, and I ain't gonna say my brother's name because I don't know if you want me to. I got a lot of respect for my oldest brother. The doctor, I'm just gonna call him a doctor because 2 years ago he earned his PhD and he got a hell of a story to tell because he could have ended up in a foster home. He could have ended up a statistic, but this young man is absolutely brilliant. And he's told me that my father is a part of that impact because my brother didn't know who his dad was. I'm gonna put that out there. To this day, he don't even know who his dad was. But my dad came into his life and taught him how to be a man and showed him an example of what a good black man is supposed to be. And to this day, my brother is an upstanding black man, married, take care of his black family. So I got to refute the lies that's being told about black men because I got them in my own family. And I know the impact that my dark-skinned dad has had on my brothers and on other black men. Okay. And I have an immense amount of respect for that. And I remember I would go to my dad wanted to marry my mom, but she did not want to marry him because she felt like he was too old. And that rocked my world and fucked my world up. So they separated. And she went her separate way and he went his separate way. And he ended up marrying someone else. And when I used to go to his house, that's one thing I do to this day. I learned how to be clean from my dad, my Nation of Islam. 30 plus years he was in the Nation of Islam. 30 plus years. I learned how to be a clean individual from my dark-skinned dad. He taught me. I didn't learn it from nobody else. Isn't that ironic that I would learn these things from a dark-skinned man in the Nation of Islam, 30 plus years, started the first mosque in St. Petersburg, Florida. And y'all got to remember, my dad was 30 years older than my mom. Okay. So he was from that old school. He was from when they was first coming, when the Nation of Islam was first coming up. Okay. So Brother Samuel X is what people would refer to him as. He taught me when I would go to his house, my mama would take me over there, and at his prompting, or when my mama wanted money, and because my dad actually did take care of me. He actually did. He did. And I got to tell the truth. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm telling my truth here today. I would go to my dad's house. We'd have to take off our shoes. And his house was immaculate. And to this day, I'm a stickler for a clean house. You cannot walk into my home with your shoes on. The bathroom has to be spotless. The kitchen has to be clean, but particularly that bathroom got to be spotless. My dad's house was immaculate. You see how my dad is dressed? Dapper as I don't know what. And that's that Nation of Islam influence. I'm trying to tell y'all, I can't hate on them. To this day, when you see them Muslim brothers, they are fucking dapper. They are very clean. I learned this from my dad. When I went to his house, I didn't watch TV. Crystal Swirlz, you said, that's why I'm all messed up because I was under the influence of the Nation of Islam. You said that somewhere around, because I grew up around this, and I'm paraphrasing what you said. Y'all can go listen. I am paraphrasing what she said, but you can go listen to what she said in her video. It's around the 26-minute mark, and I am influenced by my dad, who was in the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years. He taught me how to be a clean woman. He taught me how to keep my house clean. He taught me I didn't eat pork, and to this day, I'm a fucking staunch vegan. That's the influence of my dad right there. He taught me to be an intellectual. When I went to my dad's house, I didn't watch TV. He didn't watch TV. I listened to the Nation of Islam tapes. I read books, and my dad would sit there and he would lecture me. And he would tell me that black is the original, and that's what's stuck in my mind the most. Dark skinned black is the original. He would tell me, Rashida, you the original woman. And this is why I love black men so much, because of my dark skinned dad. He saved me regarding the love I have for black men. And I understand that we are fucked up, and I'm not going to run away and swirl. I'm going to stick by and fight, because that's what my dad did. My dad wanted to marry my dark-skinned mama. He married a dark-skinned woman. My dad served as an example of what you can achieve when you stay and you fight. You don't run. Swirling is running. Swirling is cowardly. And my dad wasn't no coward. And he instilled in me a profound love and respect for black people and for dark skin. And that is the root of dark skin activism. And I am so in love and so respectful of my wonderful, brilliant dad. He had a brilliant mind, okay? And my father was the most giving and caring and kind individual I ever seen. He used to, people in St. Pete, they know what it is. They know what it is. There was a grocery store called Mr. C's. And mind you, y'all can go for free. I ain't giving y'all my stuff for free no more, because I done gave away too much and people done copied and plagiarized me. But you can go to my story, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story, which I released years ago before anybody started talking about dark skin. You're not the dark skin activist, and I'm going to continue to say that shit throughout. You're not the fucking dark skin activist. Bitch, I'm the originator. I created this lane. Don't ever get it fucked up. And you will hear me talk about my dad. He used to sell the Final Call newspaper at Mr. C's. That's the grocery store. It's now out of business. And whenever I want to see my dad, this is when I, there was times I had a very fucked up life myself. And it wasn't a result of my dad. I'm just going to say that because I'm trying to keep it respectful. It wasn't because of my dark-skinned dad. I had a very fucked up childhood. I had a very intensely fucked up childhood. And that's one of the things, that's why I felt a sense of sympathy for Crystal Swirlz. Because I talked about this in my book, A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. You can go and listen to it and you're going to hear it. It's right there on YouTube. It's been there for years. This is nothing new. But it wasn't as a result of my dad. I wasn't on food stamps with my mama and getting government cheese. I heard you talk about that, Crystal Swirlz. That wasn't as a result of my dad at all. Okay. I didn't get evicted because of my dad. We was evicted multiple times. I was homeless multiple times. That wasn't as a result of my dad. Okay. So there were times when, my dad, he would be at Mr. C's selling his Final Call newspaper, and I would come there. And I would sit out there with him, and he was always so happy and welcoming to see me. That's the reason again, he is the reason why I love black men, because I said to me, black men, okay, this is what it is. Okay. Because it planted that seed. And I would always hear him tell the black women very respectfully how beautiful they are. And Tommy Sotomayor, back in 2014, contacted me and asked me to come on to his show. This is a fact, through Facebook. I still got the Facebook messages because you can't delete those. They're there. And he asked me to come on his show because somebody had saw a post of mine on Facebook in 2014. I've been the dark skin activist, bitch. To all those motherfuckers that's copying me, you're not the dark skin activist. Back in 2014, I wrote a post that said to black men to tell a dark skinned woman that she is beautiful in a respectable way. Do you know where I got that from? I got that from years of watching my dark-skinned dad as a teenager and as a preteen. He would be so respectful to the dark-skinned women and the black women that would come to the store, and he would make them feel so good, and he would tell them, you look so beautiful today, and they would smile, and they all loved him. I got that from watching my dad. That's why I'm telling you, this is the root of where dark-skin activism came from. My shit is organic and real. You bums are fucking copying me. I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to throw that in this too. I'm talking to the plagiarizers out there. You're not the fucking dark skin activist. You're not Rashida Strober. You didn't bring this platform online. I created it, and it came from my real life blood, sweat, and tears. And I don't appreciate bitches creating channels about dark skin and colorism copying me. You didn't create this. Shout out to Cola Booth. You're the only one I respect regarding this colorism lane. Shout out to Cola Booth. Fuck the rest of you bitches. because you are copycats and you are thieves and you are liars and you are plagiarizers. You did not create this thing. I'm giving you my life story. And again, it's right there in my book, my audio book that I released to you bitches for free. And the thanks I got was you plagiarizing my motherfucking work. But it's there. It's called The Dark Skinned Girls Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. And so when Tommy Sotomayor contacted me as a result of one of his fans seeing that post, I'm giving you the history of who inspired that post. My dark-skinned dad, who I sat there and watched for years, tell dark-skinned women in a respectable manner that they were beautiful. And so these black men, you could take a note from my dad. Instead of y'all coming up on YouTube bashing black women, take note from my dad. He respected them. He showed, this is the respect I saw from a brother that was in the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years, that laid down the first mosque in St. Petersburg, Florida. I could never fucking disrespect that legacy. Shout out to the Nation of Islam. And I'm not here to say that everybody in the nation is perfect. There is colorism and darkism in the nation. I don't like that. I got a problem with that. But I have to be honest and tell you what my dad did and the indelible impact that he had on, in fact, he is the root of dark skin activism. And this is a tribute and an honor to his legacy. I want to say thank you to my dad, the late brother Samuel Strober. May you forever rest in peace. I love you. You are the reason why I adore black men. And the root of dark skin activism, if you have really followed me, I've been saying it for years, is to reconcile the relationship between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman. Because growing up with a wonderful father like my dad, listen, I know now that there's dysfunction. I know now that there's disease between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman. And I'm not going to abandon ship. What the fuck I look like abandoning ship? We don't fix this shit. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't concede. We fight. We fight for what is righteous. We fight for what is natural. I made a video years ago saying that the black man is supposed to be with the dark-skinned black woman. Bitch, I've been the dark-skinned activist. All you bitches is copying me. Fuck every last one of you talking about dark skin, because you ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober do it. That is a fact. I've been the dark skin activist. So dark skin activism is about repairing the relationship between the dark-skinned black man and the dark-skinned black woman. So let me tell you something. That is a result of my father. That is a result of my father. There is no way that I would ever turn my back on the black man. At times I have been frustrated with the black man. I have been frustrated, of course, as we all have been. But for me to turn my back and say, let me go swirl, that's darkism. That's getting rid of, let me put up another picture. This is my dad when he was in his younger days, the one on the right. Shout out to my dad. I love you. I love you with all my heart. You know, I cannot do that. I cannot sit there and say, I'm going to obliterate black dark skin by swirling. I'm disrespecting my dark-skinned father's legacy. I am disrespecting his legacy. I cannot do that. Whenever I used to call my dad, I called my dad for anything. And he was so old because of the age difference. Man, my dad would always come. This man is like the gold standard. I'm always looking for my dad and these black men. You gotta have some cat. Even if I'm just gonna keep quiet about that right now. I'm always looking for the gold. My dark-skinned dad is the gold standard. He treated me with such kindness and respect. And Crystal Swirlz, I've heard you say that black men molest their kids and they do all this. All men are molest. There's molesters in all races, honey. I would like for you to present some statistical data that is true, honest, and accurate, that shows that there are more molesters among black males versus white males versus Hispanic males. Please present that statistical data, because let me tell you, my dad never molested me. My dad, and I'm a girl child, and my mama, she used to have her fears and whatnot. And I used to go to my dad's house. being there with my dad, and my dad was the most upstanding motherfucker, most trustworthy motherfucker you ever want to deal with in your life. Okay? I adore this man. There are not enough words to tell you how much I love my dad. I can't even fucking put it in words. He is the fucking gold standard for black men for me. Okay? So what you're saying, listen. Come on, sis. I know you've been hurt. And again, I got some empathy. She probably one of the few black. I got empathy for her. I do. Because I believe this woman has been hurt, and I'm not here to attack her. I'm not going to do that. And I believe that the hurt breeds the attacks, breeds the information that she's putting out there that's not accurate. You understand? We can't do that. And you can swirl, but when you swirl, you also attack black men in generalities that we cannot do. That's why I said what you need to do is get some statistics, and I will debate you head to head. We will have a serious debate. I challenge you to a debate where you can bring your statistical data and I'll bring my statistical data on the crime rates, on the categories of crime rates that you've named in a lot of your videos, and we can compare who's guilty of the most. And even here's the thing, living in a society that's racist and darkest, you would have to even be suspicious and be wary of those stats. So I would spend a lot of time extensively researching this because I want to be fair and I want to be honest and I want to be balanced. There's no way in hell that I could sit here and say that all black men are doing this. That's inaccurate. That is inaccurate. So when people ask me questions about all or how many, they get angry at me. But I tell them, let me go do my research. I'm not sure. I don't know because I don't. I would have to go and do some research on certain things before I come to such rash conclusions that are damaging. That's the problem. It's damaging to a race of men. You cannot do that. That's the problem. The stereotypes are the problem. They're the problem. You cannot generalize onto an entire group of people what one specific person or a few people or a group of individuals within that group has done, a subgroup. You can't do that. That's insane. And that's my main problem with Crystal Swirlz. That is my main, that's why I said I will debate you. And it will not be a bashing type debate because people have done that to me. People do it to me all the time. I just went head to head with a whole bunch of people for 6 hours, 5-6 hours straight. Went head to head with about 6-7 people. Because I can take it. Bring it. I've been debating motherfuckers for years. And I was the last bitch standing on that line. The last one standing. I ain't going nowhere. So I could take it. I could bring it. But let me tell you something. With Crystal Swirlz, because I see something in this woman that is leading me that we should not bash her. We shouldn't do that. Even though she's saying all this crazy shit, she's a hurt woman, and I feel sorry for her. And I say that from a sincere place. I'm not saying that because, to be entertaining. That's not what this is about. This woman is hurt and she's damaged. And so if I debate her, she could even choose the moderator. Go ahead and choose the moderator of your choosing. I ain't going to pick the moderator. We're going to make this all the way fair. I'm just saying, come to the debate with some facts, with some honesty and some integrity, because what you are doing in your generalization of black men is damaging. And I got a dark-skinned father who was a member of the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years, devoted his life, a man who impacted the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of black men and women around the United States. And I saw this when they showed up at his funeral. And I just can't, and he treated me like gold. My dark-skinned dad treated me like pure gold, with love, with charisma, with honesty, with compassion, with integrity. And I have this picture of him in my head still. This dark-skinned man with these fine African features, He had this nice, straight, pointy nose, dark skin, high cheekbones, the most handsome dark skinned man, dark black man I ever seen in my life. He set the standard. He set the standard. No, I can't even place nobody above my dark skinned dad. I can't do it. You're not above my dark skinned dad, and you're not. And I think subconsciously, when I married my ex-husband who's dark skinned, he facial feature wise, he looked like my dad. He did. Dark skin. And I like black men of all skin tones. Don't get it fucked up now. But my dad just set this standard, this tone. And, you know, like I said, like with the cleanliness, man, I used to walk in my dad's house, and I talked about this in my book, my audio book. Y'all need to go read it, because I might take it down. I might take this down, because I'm tired of people plagiarizing and stealing from me. I'm tired of motherfuckers stealing from me. But I would walk in my dad's house. And it always smelled like delicious food. And have you ever walked in the house where it smelled like food, but you could also tell it was nice and clean? His house was always like that. And his clothes was always neat and pressed. Everything hung up well. His dresser, everything was just so clean. I always remember that. He was so organized. And I didn't live with him. I lived with my mom. And when I would leave his environment, I would be so sad and depressed. I was very depressed as a kid when I had to go back to my mom's environment, because it was the complete opposite. It was the complete opposite, people. It was chaotic. And my dad, it was so peaceful. He was a peaceful man. He would pray. His wife was peaceful. It was clean. There was always food. And he was so welcoming of my brothers. Man, this man was just the most wonderful human being. Him and my dark-skinned teacher, Miss Maddie Everett, those are two people, they were just so kind. Just nice, genuinely kind people. And to this day, if a man ain't nice and kind to me, that's another trait I look for that these black men can learn from my dad. And his wife, she was a good woman. She was a woman about her shit. He knew how to treat her, and she knew how to treat him. He was so nice and kind. I look for that trait. If a man ain't nice and kind to me, he don't talk to me in a certain kind of way, I just sit back and watch. I won't date you. You could be the most good-looking man. You have money. If you don't have that characteristic that my dad had, I will silently just be done with you. And I got that from just the amount of respect. And that's our African way. That is the African way. We got to repair. Reparations is not just about reparations with what people of European descent owe black people, African people, people of African descent for slavery, economic reparation. There's just not economic reparations. There's reparations between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman. So I'm about repair. I'm on the opposite spectrum of what Crystal Swirlz went through, swirling from the Nation of Islam to swirling, which, by the way, Crystal Swirlz, and I'm one that gives credit. See, I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I'm going to show you plagiarizing bitches how to do this. Crystal Swirlz, you saying you went from swirling to the Nation of Islam to swirling, that's actually brilliant. See how you do that? See how you do black women? You don't plagiarize and steal. You can give a black woman a credit. But I disagree. And I'm starting to see you as being on the level of a scholar now, an intellectual. That's intellectual to me. And that's another reason why I'm not going to bash her. Because just like Fantastic, I saw him as an intellectual. I still see him as an intellectual. That's how I see it, because that's my intellectual brain thinking. I'm not a dishonest person. And I have no problem with giving a black person. And I got that from my dad. Because my dad, he would have me read books and listen to tapes. Back then it was tapes with the Nation of Islam. And he would have me listen and read different philosophies and opinions of people, different people. And I would critically think about those things, and me and him would sit back and discuss and debate. So I can respect a person's intellectual outlook, a person's intellectual worldview. And from that perspective, I can say to you, Crystal Swirlz, you telling your truth, you're saying that you're going from the Nation of Islam to swirling. I see that in an intellectual capacity. I would go so far as to say if I was still in doing scholarship regarding teaching, I would actually write about you. You see how you do that, black women? I'm gonna teach you something. Because a lot of y'all have sat here and watched me and studied me, and you've learned a lot from me. But instead of you giving me my credit and saying, I got this from Rashida Strober, I was inspired to talk about dark skin for Rashida, you bitches have stolen from me because you're jealous and you're envious and you're low down. But you see what I just did with Crystal Swirlz? I acknowledged that I, as a scholar, as a thinker, as an intellectual, can look at her title and her worldview regarding stating that she went from the Nation of Islam to Swirling, and I can see that as brilliance from a scholarship standpoint, even though I disagree with her. And she is worthy of me debating her. But you low down filthy bitches, you're not. Because you're fucking plagiarizers. And I can't stand you. But I'm teaching you another lesson. The dark skin activist is teaching you again of how to be intellectually honest, of how to give another black woman credit, because she ain't the first. I respect Dr. Margaret Hunter. I've said that a million times. And she is a light-skinned woman. I respect her scholarship. She's probably the GOAT of scholarship regarding colorism. And these bitches will listen to this and copy me. But she's probably the GOAT of scholarship regarding colorism. Dr. Margaret Hunter. Let me Google her so you can see who I'm talking about. But these bitches can't give me my credit like how I'm doing, because they're so jealous and they're so envy-hearted. They want to pretend that they created this lane, and you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Dr. Margaret Hunter. And I'm saying it live and clear. And Cola Booth. I've given Cola Booth her credit. Because I'm honest. These bitches are not. There she is. Dr. Margaret Hunter. And you can see who I'm talking about. Dr. Margaret Hunter. Do you see how intellectually honest I am, black women who have stolen from me? Do you see? Do you see this, that this is how you do it? Do you see? Do you see? This is how you do it. You give credit to other black women, and not just black women, but people who have inspired you. This is how you fucking do it. That's why I had no problem saying that Crystal Swirlz, and I'm the first to say this shit. Now, y'all gonna jump on the Crystal Swirlz bandwagon, you bums that have been bashing her. I'm the first to acknowledge her as an intellectual, because that title alone, Crystal Swirlz, from the Nation of Islam to Swirling, is intellectual fire, even though I don't fucking agree with you. That's how the fuck you do it to you plagiarizing bitches on YouTube. That's how you fucking do it. You fucking give credit to where it's fucking due. And that's how you do it when you're not intimidated by a bitch. That's because I ain't intimidated by nobody. Because I'm very confident and strong and sure about my intellectual capacity and what I built from the ground up, which is dark skin activism, which a bitch ain't give a damn about. Because you ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Teach y'all something here today. Teach y'all something here today. All right. Nikki Justice says, Happy Black Women's Month. Absolutely. 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 And for the record, you know, again, Crystal Swirlz, if you hear this, I think that slice of the title that you gave to denote your experiences as to why you went from the Nation of Islam to Swirling, I think that is absolutely brilliant. And I fucking totally disagree with you. And I will still dismantle your arguments regarding why black women should swirl. I would dismantle you. I would eat you up intellectually. And in the same vein, I'm telling you that I think that title alone and that worldview alone is absolutely brilliant, even though I disagree with it. There you have it. Shout out to Dr. Margaret Hunter and all of her work. Shout out to Cola Booth and all her work. This is how you do it, black women, because y'all don't understand how to give other black women credit. Y'all understand how to steal and take. So yeah, that's, you know, my dark-skinned dad is just absolutely Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I can't I can only look at it from that vantage point in regards to my own lived experience. And I can't I can't I can't go against Black men. I have to be about repair. And I submit to you that swirling is anti-repair. Swirling is anti-repair. If you are swirling, you do not want to repair and reconcile. And if you do not want to repair and reconcile, you want to obliterate, because that is exactly what you're doing. You want to obliterate dark skin and nappy hair. And that is called genocide. Yes, some people, some Black people, some Black women, some dark skinned women, you are perpetuators of genocide, and some of you don't even know it, because you have become so frustrated with some of your experiences with Black men, and now you have people on YouTube like Crystal Swirlz who are fueling that fire, and you are not thinking rationally. You are not thinking clearly. You are dealing with just emotion, and we can't just only deal with emotion. And I tell myself that all the time. We have to also deal with what is factual and logical. And I deal with emotions and I deal with logic. And we have to have a middle ground, because it is very dangerous for you to not deal with rationalism. It is very dangerous for you to get up in your feelings and talk about or think about what a Black man has done to you. They've done this to me, they hurt me, whatever they've done to you. We all got so many different experiences. But when you start to get caught up in that emotion, and when you start to believe that all Black men behave this way, that is dangerous. That can lead to genocide. Because let's say if we have and it's the same way for the Black men out here that are pushing this agenda to disown Black women. I just watched a little bit of Minister Jap. Shout out to Minister Jap, because I'm gonna tell you what I believe about Minister Jap. I sat there and watched some of his live where he was talking about the true nature of Black women, and you are in the same category as a Crystal Swirlz to me, because you are promoting disrepair. And I don't believe that Minister Jap, I'm just going to say this is my belief, my opinion. Y'all put y'all information out here on YouTube. People bash me all the time. They attack my opinions. So listen, it's all fair game. I don't believe Minister Jap really feels that way. I don't believe Thomas Sotomayor really feels the way he does. I don't believe it. I believe these people are hurt. And as a result of their hurts, their solutions have been infected, diseased. And that's the problem. And that's the danger, because it's all leading to genocide. It's all leading to the demise of dark skin and nappy hair. And I can't do that. My father's legacy is too powerful and too strong. I will not do that. I will not do that. Drunkard Cat says, hey, more power to you, sis. I'm a MGTOW, but for some reason I'm fascinated by you and your cause. Good luck. Well, Drunkard Cat, I want to tell you thank you very much for that. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not know what MGTOW is. Maybe y'all can educate me on that. I have no idea what that is, but I want to say thank you very much for that, your $5, and I do appreciate that. It's just a profound love that I have for Black people. It's profound. I can't stop myself. I can't help myself. And Crystal Swirlz, you said in your live, you called my name out. You called me out. You said, and I'm paraphrasing, that's one of the reasons why I'm so messed up, that I won't leave these Black men alone. Oh, Mall Baby says men going their own way. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Men going their own way. How can men go their own way and the Black race continue to exist? You guys are making no sense. Do you understand that there are so many flaws in your logic that's actually not logic? It's illogical. It's not making any sense. And we don't have to be scholars to see that this doesn't make sense. We don't have to be scholars to understand. I think a child can understand that if the black man and the black woman do not continue to stay together, it's the demise of our race. If dark-skinned women go out, which Crystal Swirlz, you're sitting up here encouraging dark-skinned women to swirl. Shame on you. If dark-skinned women continue to swirl, there's not going to be any dark-skinned women. Does that make sense? Does it make sense what I'm telling you? This stuff is just basic stuff. If men go their own way, and if you are saying, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that means that men are not dealing with black women anymore. Or I don't know what that means, because y'all introducing this stuff to me now. You got to correct me. If men, but I'm just going off of what I hear. Somebody just type men going their own way. Men going their own way means what men going their own way means. Okay. And I'm assuming, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I do not like to make assumptions. But does that mean that you're going to go away from black women? If that means, in fact, that you're going to go away from black women, then that's genocide of the black race. That's insane. Y'all, we got to do better than this. How come we can put so much work into creating theories and paradigms that are anti-black instead of putting the work into repairing the relationship between the black man and the black woman? And particularly what I'm interested in is repairing the relationship between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman. How come we can't do that? How come we won't do that? We will sit here and talk about single mothers all day. And we will sit up here and talk about deadbeat dads all day. But why can't we say, how can we fix the relationship between the black? White people do it. White people have, you got shout out to Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil whole show is about repairing. Now he does include, non-black, non-white people on there. But I mean, the show is centered around repairing relationships within the white community. Why don't black people do that? I don't understand. I don't know, Lorraine Soles. You said, well, let it be genocide if the men don't care. Why should we? Honey, we can't do that. That's so weak. That is so damn weak. Lorraine, we cannot do that. That is a mistake. It's a disaster, y'all. Black people are in a disaster period. Black people are in a state of emergency. Okay. Lorraine Soles says, I can't believe you saying this. She said, you say, if I repair anything, I'll need a check. What do you mean? What do you must be a Crystal Swirlz supporter. What do you mean? I don't understand why any black person in their right mind would not want to fight for the strengthening of a black nation. What is wrong with that? That is darkism. This is severe darkism. Y'all have lost y'all fucking minds. Y'all are losing it. This is a fucking mental, psychological problem here. Some of y'all are psycho, okay? And I'm not saying that to insult you. I'm saying that you are supporting and perpetuating the genocide of your own race. And that is psycho. That is insane. We cannot do that. I cannot, Lord have mercy. Let me tell y'all something. These people are psycho. This is psychotic behavior. This is psychotic. They are openly saying, without saying, that we want to get rid of dark skin and nappy hair. That is what the swirlers are saying. That's essentially what they're saying. Y'all better hear me and y'all better wake up. These dark-skinned women better wake up. These dark-skinned men better wake up. These black people better wake the fuck up, because we're going to look up one day and there's not going to be no dark skin and nappy hair if we follow these people and their logic, their illogic, rather. We're going to wake up one day and there's not going to be no dark-skinned, nappy-headed kids. It's not going to be no dark-skinned, nappy-headed people. It's not going to be no, I'm talking about the pure dark, the real black. And y'all can be mad at me all day. The real, authentic, classical black is dark skin and nappy hair. That is the epitome of blackness. And I'm not saying that to shade brown-skinned black people, light-skinned black people. I'm saying this based upon facts. Folks, there are 1 billion plus people in Africa, the majority of which are dark-skinned, pitch black, dark-skinned, nappy hair. That's a fact. Go fight the air if you're mad about that. Go outside and have a fight with the air. I am not going to be a part of supporting any agenda to obliterate dark skin and nappy hair. I will not do that because you are wrong. You are dead ass wrong, period. And I will debate anybody on that, and I will win. I will win. I will beat you intellectually. This is why I'm continuing to fight, because I'm gonna beat them intellectually. I'm going to fight. I will be just like I was on that live. I was the last dark-skinned woman standing. That dark-skinned woman that was on there, the one that sounded like she was eating pork chops and hog maws, she threw me under the bus. I will still stand strong because I'm right, and not because I'm Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I'm right because it is wrong to want to obliterate your own race. It is wrong to want to. I would say the same thing if there was people out here saying, "Oh, let's get rid of white folks." That's wrong. Or let's get rid of I don't know, Indian folks. That's wrong. Or let's get rid of Asian folks. That is wrong. I do not support genocide. Swirling is genocide. I do not support genocide. And that is what y'all doing. Y'all are making a fatal mistake. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And it's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just terrible to see black people on here like Lorraine Soles, that you would sit up here and you would say this. I don't understand. It's sickening to me. It actually makes me sick to my stomach to know that there's people out here that want to get rid of dark skin and nappy hair. And as much as dark skinned people I done went through with some dark skinned people, there's no way on God's green earth. When I see a dark skinned person, I'm talking about a real pitch black one. I'll be like, damn, I'll be in awe of that person just for them being dark skinned, because that's the true representation of what I represent, who I am. That's me and my pureness. You understand what I'm saying? I have a profound respect when I see a pitch black, dark, and I've always been like this. Bitch, I've been a dark skin activist. You ain't been talking about dark skin. You ain't been talking about dark skin. You ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober, do it. And if I hear my trademark song anywhere, you will be sued. You will be sued. You will be sued because you ain't been talking about dark skin. You ain't been talking about dark skin. You ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober, do it. You ain't been talking about dark skin. I've been talking about dark skin when I was a little kid with my father in the hen. Ha. You ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober, do it. No Rashida, no Lupita. No Rashida, no Lupita. No Rashida, no colorism on social media. Shit. Y'all better get it straight. Y'all better get it straight. Y'all better get it right. And Randy SoCal, you all up on here. I don't understand Randy. This dude he always coming on my live. Shout out to you, Raydell Brown. And hopefully we will get a chance to talk soon. I want to say shout out to you. I want to say shout out to Nikki Justice. I want to say shout out to Faith. I want to say shout out to even Lorraine Soles. I'm very disappointed in you. I can't believe you're sitting up here saying this stuff. I want to say shout out to Deej Talbert. I want to say shout out to Eat Thrive Live. I want to say shout out to AJ Seeing Red. Everybody that's on here, everybody that's watching, even if I don't say your name, I want to say shout out to you and thank you for your support. I do appreciate you. Ebony Knowledge, shout out to you. The Real Aaron Collins. Thank you. The Real Aaron Collins said, I agree, Rashida, dark skin are the original black people. It's the truth. These people be so mad about it. My dad, who you looking at it, my dark skinned dad, who's the real root of dark skin activism, because he put this in me. He put this in me and he let me know, Rashida, you are the original. He told me this over and over. And he is the root of dark skin activism. And it's just the truth. It's just the truth. People are so angry about that. And I'm angry about people that cannot understand that we cannot support agendas that want to get rid of dark skin and nappy hair. I don't want to ever look up and not see dark skin and nappy hair. I don't ever want that day to come. I don't ever want that day to come. That I would be fucking hurt. That would be the day that y'all probably would see me crying. And I'm not a crier at all. But y'all might see me boohoo crying on that day. I would, because that is the death of me, and I can't allow that. I got to do my part, and this is what dark skin activism is all about. Okay, okay. Randy SoCal, I don't know. This dude is. I don't understand what your problem is. I have told you, and I'm telling you again. You come on here. You've been going through what you've been going through for about 5 years with me, and I've opened my door and I told you that I would debate you, but you're gonna have to show your face, and it's gonna have to be in front of the people. And this movement ain't going nowhere. You sitting up here talking about something, it's going down. This is what I'm talking about. Do you see what this person is saying? He's saying my movement is going down. That's in support of genocide. If you're saying that my movement is going down, then you support the genocide of dark-skinned people with nappy hair. Y'all see this? This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. I'm just saying, says, you're asking me if I have any interest besides darkism. Well, dark skin activism is my life, because when I was born into this world, I was born into darkism. I got a dark skinned mama and a dark skinned dad. I came out dark skinned, and I was mistreated for being dark skinned. I was treated fucked up for being dark skinned. So this is what my life revolves around. People have fucking mistreated me for being dark skinned. I have to fight for everything that I get. I have to fight in my life. I had to fight for my master's degree. I had to fight for jobs. I had to fight to get material things. I had to fight for everything, because I'm dark skinned. It's the truth. People want to act like I'm using dark skin as a crutch. No, bitch, you ain't lived in my shoes. I live in Florida. I know what the fuck I've been through. And so, yeah, I have other interests. I mean, I'm an avid runner. I like to run. I like to read. I like to sit down with reasonable people that I love and like. And I actually like to sit around. This is one of the things my dad taught me. I like to sit with people that I really genuinely love, and they really genuinely love me, and eat and talk and chat. That's one of the things that I really like to do. Like I said, I'm a reader. I love to read. I love anything that to do with health and wellness, vegans. I love runners, people that run. I love to watch runners. What else? I like to just spend quality, genuine time with genuine people. So, I mean, that gives me life. I like to spend time with myself. Call me a narcissist, but I do like to spend. And I got this stuff from my dad. I mean, I would go to his house, and it was so peaceful and quiet and nice and clean, and me and him would chit chat, and we'd talk, and then I'd sit there by myself and do my little thing. And I just always enjoyed that. So I like to prepare meals sometimes. I like to prepare meals for people that I love. And I like to make the people that I love happy. When they're happy, I'm happy. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different things that I like to do. You say my life revolves around darkism. Well, I mean, there's other things that I like to do. I like to sit out in the sun and just gaze at the sun and the water. I'm a Florida person. I like the water and the trees. I'm a tropical person. You take me around some water and some trees, and I'm the happiest motherfucker ever. The water, the sun, and the trees, I'm the happiest motherfucker ever. And with a good book, and with the person maybe that I love, we got to be sitting up there chit-chatting all the time. You know how sometimes you can just sit with a person and y'all ain't got to talk, but y'all know y'all love each other. I like to be around people like that. There's a few people in my life that are like that, and I love them and I treasure them. And my dad was like that. I could sit there with him for hours and not say a fucking word. And I knew that he loved me deeply and immensely, and I loved him back. And that brought me joy. So yeah, those are some of the things that I like to do. But I'm definitely an avid reader, definitely. So that's one of my favorite things to do. But it's just we cannot hide from our problems. The real Aaron Collins says, I remember seeing you, Rashida, for the first time when you were a guest on O'Shea's Sunday Rumble. Yeah, actually, I was on O'Shea. Me and him have done interviews and talks plenty of times. It's on his channel. I know sometimes you guys can't find that stuff because it gets mixed up in YouTube, but it's all there. I'm just saying, says Biden says he's going to tackle darkism. Interesting. I don't think that Biden said that. I want darkism I'm fighting for darkism, the paradigm of darkism, because it is a conceptual framework that I created to help dark-skinned people to understand that what they have experienced is real. And I remember a brother, I never will forget him. He came to one of my shows back in Texas. I did a show on the Dark Skin Activist Tour in Fort Worth, and this brother drove all the way from Houston, and he said to me, he thanked me because he said that I basically helped him to understand that what he was feeling as a dark-skinned person was real. When he discovered me and dark-skin activism and darkism, that brother said that he finally understood that what he had been experiencing was real. And I'm going to see if I can pull up his picture right now. Y'all, give me a second here. I may be able to pull up his picture. I met that brother when I was out in Texas. He came to my show. I've done so much work over the years, y'all. Sometimes I can't keep up with it. Rest in peace to my brother out here in Brooklyn. This brother right here, he came to my show in Brooklyn, and I love you so much. This beautiful, dark-skinned, gracious brother. He came out, man. He showed me so much love, man. May you forever rest in peace. Love you. I never shit on the black man. Y'all got me fucked up. I don't do that. We don't do that over here. That's my light best friend, Shamina. There she goes. Everybody copying my life story. But you're not the dark-skinned activist. Let me see if I can find. I gotta find that picture, y'all, of me and that brother. It's I never will forget you. I never will forget you. Give me a second here, y'all, because I know I can find him on one of my many pictures that I have taken. It's probably on my World First Dark Skin Activist page. And my fans and supporters are so important to me. They're so important to me. I know I spend a lot of time addressing you haters, but my supporters, I love y'all. I love y'all with all my heart and soul, and y'all impact me and y'all inspire me. And I never forget what y'all say to me. Like, I never forget it. I'm gonna find his picture. I'm going to find his picture because there he is. There he is. I knew I was gonna find it. There's that brother. This is one of my favorite supporters and fans. I love you if you watching me. I fucking love you. I love you. You are the reason why I do what I do. And I met this brother. This was at the show I did on the Dark Skin Activist Tour in Fort Worth. This brother drove from, I believe it was Houston, but he drove from another city. And he told me in person. And he said that thanks to me, that he knew that what he was experiencing as a dark-skinned person was real. And my book, Darkism, that you see he's holding, we took a picture together and he purchased the book. And he told me that he works in corporate America and he takes the book with him and reads the book. Okay? And when I hear stories like this from the supporters that I meet in person at my dark skin shows, on the Dark Skin Activist Tour, it's the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing. It is the reason why I keep doing what I am doing. So this brother, I will never forget you. You are always on my mind. And I know we've had some disagreements when, not necessarily disagreements, but, regarding the plagiarism thing. And this brother said to me, he said, I hope that you will always continue to be able to raise money to keep your shows going. And I never forgot him, man. I got so much love for this brother right here, man. I'm telling y'all, I have so much love for him. Like, I will fucking never fucking forget him. He's one of those people that I won't forget. Shout out to you. Definitely. So, we cannot obliterate dark skin and nappy hair. We got to fight against it, y'all. Randy SoCal, you just continue to come on here. And I'm going to address what you're saying head on, because I guess you think I'm scared. I guess you think I'm intimidated because of what you're saying. Let me read what he's saying. The real Aaron Collins, let me read what you're saying first. He said, Rashida, are you going to be in Southern California anytime soon? Specifically Los Angeles, because I'd love to attend your dark skin tour. By the way, how did the brother die? Oh, The brother in Brooklyn. Shout out to my brother Jabril Muhammad. Oh man, I got so many. I love these brothers, y'all. I can't fucking stop. They done supported me, man. Crystal Swirlz, you just don't understand what you're doing, man. I love my brothers, man. I love my Muslim brothers. Shout out to my brother Jabril Muhammad. I was fortunate enough to do a show in Brooklyn at his bookstore. Respect for, let me pull it up here because I want to give honor to my brother Jabril Muhammad. I'm gonna explain that. There go my brother right there. There go my brother Jabril Muhammad. I got so much, and yes, he's with a light skinned woman, and I love his light skinned wife as well. There go my brother Jabril Muhammad. Jabril Muhammad from Brooklyn. That is his bookstore. And I am on my tour, and let me see if I could Google the name of the bookstore. Respect for books, respect for life. I always mess up the name. Bookstore. This one is in Brooklyn. There we go. There we go. Let's pull it up. I want to promote his brother's wonderful bookstore. There we go. There's our brother Jabril Muhammad. And I got the chance to grace the stage out there. And his brother promoted me, and I came to the store, and I might come back again. In fact, I'm supposed to be coming to New York. But this is the bookstore that I was at, Respect for Life, Books and Things by brother Jabril Muhammad, who is a Muslim. Much love to you. I love my Muslim brothers. I love them. I love them. I can't stop loving them, and I'm not going to stop. It's not going to happen. So that's brother Jabril Muhammad and myself. And I was doing a live Darkism talk, and I got a chance to meet the dark-skinned brother. Let me go back to him. And brother Jabril Muhammad, he told me that he passed away. I believe that it had to do with like some form of something with heart disease, some type of health problem, and I'm not exactly sure on what it was. But I met that brother, and I got to try to find his picture again. Man, he was so sweet and wonderful. And I just, man, I was heartbroken when I found out that he passed away, because that brother, man, he showed me so much love, and we talked for probably about a good hour, just me and him talking one-on-one. And he was telling me about his life, and he owned some property, and he was telling me all about it. And we just, we just was chopping it up in the bookstore, and it was just, oh man, may that brother rest in peace. May he rest in peace. And that's why I want y'all to take care of yourselves. And that's why I love the Nation of Islam too, because they were one of the first people that taught us that we need to eat right as Black people, and we need to take care of ourselves. And that's why I learned that from them. It started with them. And I just want to encourage, look at my brother Malcolm X. I love you, love you, love you, love. Oh my God, Malcolm X, love Malcolm X. Oh my God, about to have a fit here today. But that brother, I met that brother at the bookstore, and he passed away, and I believe it had something to do, and I could be mistaken, with heart failure of some sort. And so that's what happened, to answer your question. And I hope that Black people become vegans and take care of themselves and eat right and eat well. And it's so much pain and suffering among our Black men that they be going through. And I know that because I talk to them personally. And this is why I'm never going to stop fighting to repair. I'm not going to do that. I'm not turning my back on my Black people. I will never do that. I will never fucking do that. You will never see Rashida Strober do that. And I just love my people so much. I don't like everything we do. I don't like y'all stealing and plagiarizing me. I don't like the heartbreak that I've suffered and that I've gone through. But I love my Black people, and that's just what it's gonna be. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. Shout out to Gmo. Shout out to Gmo. There go Gmo. Me and Gmo have done several lives together. Shout out to Gmo. But so yeah, I'll be looking at some venues in New York. It's funny that you say that, because this show, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, I actually premiered this show in LA, right on Pico Boulevard at Theater. And Randy SoCal, you trying to throw me under the bus, talk about I was a failed actress in California? But fuck you, because I'm going to talk about everything in my life. I premiered this show, A Dark Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story, in Los Angeles at Pico Boulevard. at theater. And so the answer to you is yes, I will be planning to come back again. I just have to put the show together, and it's a lot of hard work. It took me a lot of hard work and energy to even get these venues booked because I'm a self-producing artist, and my dad taught me how to hustle. My dad taught me how to get out there and go for what I want. He said never quit, never stop. That's why I love my dark-skinned dad. 30 years in the Nation of Islam, and my dad taught me that. And I love him for that. So to that brother that asked about, the brother that asked about what it was, I coming back to LA. Yes, make sure you follow me. You go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Keep following me because I will be telling you where I'm going to be at. Understand, it might take me some time because I'm a self-producing artist. That's why I'm always raising money to produce my shows, but I'm coming. The Dark Skin Activist is coming. I will not let you down. It will get done because this is what it's all about. I have Randy SoCal, you trying to throw me under the bus, but tell me what is wrong with taking my worldviews, what I'm angry about and what I'm upset about regarding the world that I was born into, and using the performing arts, which my God-given talent. God gave me a talent to perform. I'm an actor and a writer. What is wrong with taking that and creating a movement out of it? What is the problem with that? You seem to have a problem with that, and I don't understand why you're angry about that. This is what I'm supposed to do. It's called purpose. It's called purpose. And this guy is constantly coming on here hating on me for me starting the dark skin activist movement and using the performing arts. So you call me a failed actor. Call me whatever you want to. Chi-Town Fat says, I love your dark skin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. The Real Aaron says, as far as you saying that I failed as a producer, I just produced and directed a short film this Sunday, Randy SoCal. You need to get off Rashida Strober's trolling and shit. Now you up here saying, wait a minute. I'm not the only one. You up here attacking the Real Aaron Collins? What the hell? This dude is off the... Oh my God. Where you at? The Real Aaron Collins. Please drop your links in here and tell us about what you produce, because now you damn sure have piqued my interest. I love people that create. I love people that are originators. I love that shit. I support that shit with Black people. So, and I don't understand why Randy SoCal can't be supportive of it too. So, the Real Aaron Collins, please drop your information in here so we can understand and know what you produce. Now you've piqued my interest. Randy SoCal is a hater, but he's fucking piqued my interest. I want to know what the Real Aaron, where's your name at? The Real Aaron Collins, what have you produced? Tell us all about it. We want to know about it. I want to know about it. And I really want to know about it for real. I am very supportive of Black artists. I've always been that way. I just don't want nobody plagiarizing my shit. That's when I get angry and upset. But as far as supporting Black people, fuck yes. I love it. I love originality and creativity. That is what I love. So Randy SoCal, you need to work on your gifts and talents and stop attacking people for working on their gifts and talents. Okay? That's what you need to do. I just don't understand Randy SoCal. You're welcome, the Real Aaron Collins. I don't get him. I really don't get this dude. Like, I don't get him. The Real Aaron Collins says, click on my channel, Rashida, and go to my community tab, and you can see some of my work there. Got it. Thank you very much. So everybody, please go to the Real Aaron Collins channel and check out his work, because I definitely am going to do that. Yeah. I want to say quickly, I want to shout out everybody that have supported me, and you know who you are. Mahogany, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that has supported the work of the world's first and only dark skinned activist, Rashida Strober. I really, really appreciate y'all. And I just want to thank y'all for coming on here listening to what I have to say in response to Crystal Swirl's video. from Islam to Swirling. And please do not go on to there. I encourage y'all to go watch what she's saying in that live, but I'm not going to sit up here and support people attacking her. And I know y'all might go, oh, that's weird and strange, but I have a reason for that, which I told y'all. Don't attack her. Let us speak her piece. Because again, if she comes onto my platform, or if I go onto her platform, or we go onto somebody else's, and Eddie Barrios, I'm gonna do a whole live about you. I got something for you. You coming for me again? Eddie Barrios from the Bronx. Puerto Rican Eddie Barrios from the Bronx. Puerto Rican Eddie Barrios from the Bronx. I got something. I'm gonna do a whole live on him, but because he wants to debate me too. But Crystal Swirlz, we can go on any platform of your choosing. And I'm not, again, it ain't gonna, I don't gotta attack her. I can deal with her only based on what is facts, on an intellectual level. And that is what I'm ready to do, because this woman is wrong. Okay? This woman is wrong. She is wrong. Okay? Thank you, Raydell Brown. I want to say shout out to you, Raydell Brown, because I spoke with you maybe a couple of years ago, and you've been right. I gotta pay more attention to my supporters. I'm trying to do that. These damn haters, they make me so mad. Y'all ain't listen, Raydell Brown. I want to publicly tell you that and you are a light-skinned woman. I want to publicly tell you that I appreciate you. You've been riding with me for a long time. We got a chance to speak to each other. I think maybe about 2-3 years ago. And I just want to tell you publicly that I really appreciate you. Deej Talbert, there are no words. I don't have any words to tell you how much I appreciate you. I would be here all day thanking you. Okay. To the dark-skinned black man, he's another one. I never will say his name. I love you. You are out there on the East Coast. You on the East Coast. That's all I'm going to say. I fucking love you to death. This dark-skinned black man, he know who he is. I fucking adore you. All right? You should know that. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I got love. Water Sniper, you pay tribute to me in your own way. Sometimes I didn't agree with you throwing other people in the mix, but I do have respect for you. Thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody that has supported my work. And most of all, I want to say I'm honoring my dad, my dark-skinned dad, a member of the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years. I'm done talking. Shout out to you. My dad, I just love my dad. And he's the reason why y'all ain't gonna never see me shit on black men. You ain't gonna never see me turn my back. I'm gonna keep fighting for black love. I'm gonna keep fighting and black love. Because Papoose be wearing that black love thing. I want to say I need to do a whole nother live. I did a live on Papoose and Remy and predicted that Remy and Papoose was going to get a reality show. This was back in 2014. I've been a dark skin activist. I want to say Papoose, he drives that black love. I wish Papoose and Remy Ma to have the most success I'm going to keep it real, out of any rappers that's out today, because they push the agenda of black love. That's why. And I think that Papoose is the driving force behind that. That shit right there is just so real to me. I fucking love it. That black man stood by his wife when she went to prison. And I don't agree with what Remy Ma did, but she did her time. She did what she had to do. But when I look at what Papoose did for her, that is the epitome of black love. And I know it ain't lost. And I love that shit, because that was some real shit right there. That was before the reality TV show. And I peeped that shit before they had the reality TV show. I peeped that shit years ago when I seen that man sticking by her, when there wasn't no money involved, when there wasn't no reality TV, when there wasn't no love. That shit right there is the realest shit some of the realest shit I ever seen in my life, and some of the most respectful black. Oh my God, I have no fucking words. Shout out to Papoose. Long live Papoose and Remy Ma. Long fucking live Papoose. He is a real black man. He epitomizes what a black man should be. Sticking by black women through thick and thin. His black woman through thick and thin. Loving her through the good and the bad, the ups and the downs. And that shit right there, that is what we have to do. That is what we are supposed to do. We have to understand that it can be done. We cannot give in. We cannot be weak. We have to keep fighting, and we fight it through our actions. We fight it through loving each other, through marrying each other, through sticking by one another. We don't leave each other. We stick by each other. That is what we got to do. Now, I want to let everybody know that the Dark Skin Activist, my show is in full effect. And I'm going to be performing in Atlanta. And here is where you can get your tickets. It's on Eventbrite. I put the ticketing information in the pay-per-view. I'm sorry, in the description to this live. So if you can go in the description to this live, and you'll be able to find where you can get your tickets. Okay, I'm selling the tickets for the live show that's taking place in Atlanta. You can go and get them from Eventbrite, and I'm going to copy the link and paste it in the chat. The tickets are on sale. My tickets are $49.99 for the live show. So if you are in Atlanta, Georgia, you can come and attend. It's going to be on June 26th on a Friday at 7:30 p.m. And it's going to be at the White Label in Atlanta, Georgia. The address is 349 Decatur Street, Southeast. So make sure you save that date. And this is the ticketing information. The show is called A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. All right, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. And you can get your tickets for people that want to come see the show in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, if you are not in Atlanta, Georgia, you can purchase the pay-per-view live stream. And I'm going to copy and paste the link and put it in the chat box. Now, you don't have to be in Atlanta, Georgia. You can be anywhere in the world and watch from the comfort of your own home. All right. So I'm putting the link there in the chat. And the pay-per-view live stream virtual ticket is $44.99. So what you will do is you will click on get your virtual ticket, and it'll take you to the ticketing information. So right now, I do not have it's set up to where you can purchase tickets on my website. But in the next day or so, you will also be able to go to my website and purchase tickets from my website. But for now, I have provided the links to where you can get your tickets from the live show that's going to take place in Atlanta, Georgia on June 26th. And you can go and get your tickets from the pay-per-view live stream. All right. So there you have it. And also I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for people to understand where they can get their tickets from and get your tickets early. Now on Facebook, let me see if I pulled it up. On Facebook, I also set up the event, the live event on my Facebook. So you will be able to go, give me a second here, and you can go to my Facebook page, and I have the event right here set up. So you can click it on, and all of this information is exactly the same. I got some people that I invited that are already saying that they're going to be coming, but this is where you can go. And as you can see, the details of the event, I have differentiated the different types of tickets. There's two types of tickets, people. There's the pay-per-view tickets, where you click this link and it's going to take you right here to where you can get the pay-per-view, where you can watch it online. Okay. And there is the live in-person tickets, the Atlanta tickets. So you click the Atlanta tickets and it's going to take you to the Eventbrite page where you can get your tickets. So I want to be very clear so y'all understand. So I know sometimes people will get confused, but it's right here. So what you can do, if you are following me on Facebook, what you can do is go to my Facebook and you can click that you are going to the event, because it's right here. Just go to my Facebook page, Rashida Marie Strober. Let's click it on. If you go to Rashida Marie Strober, this is how you can get to the ticket. And you can see clearly that A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, the event for Facebook is right there. And once you click that on, you can simply select that you are going to the event, just like these people have done here. And I'm still in the process of inviting folks. So, I got people that I want to invite. And then you can choose which ticket you want to buy. You can buy the pay-per-view that's online, or you can buy the Atlanta in-person ticket. That is very important. And I've tried to make it as clear as possible which ticket that you can buy. So make sure that you are reading the information, which is pretty much is very clear. It's right there, and you can understand. Now, those of you that are really supporting my work, what I would like for you to do, and if you email me on this, now you're gonna have to email me on this. Hey, Lisa Jones, shout out to you. I'm going to tell you how you can get a free ticket to my show. Does anyone want to know how they can get a free ticket to my show? If you want to know, I'm going to wait. If you want to know how you could get a free ticket, whether it be a virtual ticket or whether it be a in-person ticket, you have to tell me. I'm going to be looking at the chat. Who wants a free ticket to the show, whether it be online or whether it be in person? I am going to tell you how you can get a free ticket to the show. So I am monitoring the chat and looking to see who wants to get a free ticket to the show. I know that there are some people that want a free ticket. Who wants a free ticket to the show? If you want a free ticket, I'm going to tell you how you can get a free ticket. It's a very easy way, very simple way to get a free ticket to this show. And I'm going to tell you how you can get it. Okay. All right. So for those of you that want a free ticket to the show, let me tell you how you can get it. I see someone said they want a free ticket. It's very easy, very simple. All right. What you're going to have to do is you go to my Facebook page and you will click on the events. And I'm at the event on Facebook right now. It's right here. In order to get a free ticket, what you would need to do is you would need to go to where it's up here, and I'm showing you where it says invite friends. Okay? You're going to invite friends, and you're going to click on, I'm giving you an example of how to do it. You're going to click on the people that you want to invite, and I think that you can invite up to 500 people. And once you invite the people, and I have a minimum of people that you invite, and it's whatever the Facebook minimum is, it's up to 500 people that you can invite. If you go to the events and you invite 500 people, which is the maximum number that Facebook will allow you to invite, and you email me and you prove to me that you did it, I will give you a free ticket. Okay? That's how you get a free ticket. But the event is going to be on June 26th. This is the Eventbrite, and this is the pay-per-view live stream. Both shows are going down on June 26th, okay, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, you can choose which ticket you want after you do the Facebook invites. You can choose the pay-per-view live stream, or you could choose the in-person ticket. It is totally up to you. But I promise you that if you go to my Facebook page, and I'm going to go to my Facebook page again, all you got to do is go to Rashida Marie Strober, and you will see, scroll down my page, the first thing you're going to see is the Facebook event. You click that event on, and you select that you yourself are going, of course, and then you go to the share button and the invite friends. Now, you must invite these people manually. It will not count if you just share. It will not count if you just share. You have to go and manually invite up to about 500 people. I think that's the limit. like how I'm doing now. If you do that, and you can prove it to me that you invited your friends by simply emailing me, I will then go to the event because I'm going to be able to see those people that were invited, and I will make sure you get the ticket of your choosing. Okay, it could be the pay-per-view live stream, or it can be the in-person Atlanta show tickets, and they're both taking place on the same date. So that is my offer to you, to those of you that want free tickets. But you can't, again, you have to prove to me that you actually followed through and invited up to 500 people on the Facebook. And you can email me, you can contact me. Y'all know how to find me. My email address is darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. You can hit me on Facebook and let me know this. You can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Yes, Ebony Knowledge. Ebony Knowledge, you're asking about if it's 500. So I'm going to show you how you do this on Facebook. So what it is you're going to go to the event and you go up to the share button, and the drop down is going to say invite friends. And then your friends should show up. I don't think mine just did, but give me a second here because the page was probably just reloading. There we go. So your friends, you see how that's showing up? It's going to show up, and you select those friends, and they don't have to be in Atlanta. They can be anywhere in the world because this show is pay-per-view live stream, meaning it can be watched worldwide through pay-per-view live stream online. Okay, so what you're doing is you're selecting up to 500 people or whatever the Facebook limit is. But it is, the last time I checked, you can invite up to 500 people, and that is what I would like for you to do. And once you do that, and you see how easy it is, I'm just clicking on the people on my friends list. That's what I'm doing right now. And all of these people are going to receive invites to A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, both the Atlanta show and the online worldwide show that can be watched through pay-per-view live stream. And so you just click on those people. This is an easy way to get a free ticket. It is not going to take no time at all to do. Very easy to do. You're going to invite those people, click on their names, and then once you have clicked on their names, and I think that what will happen is sometimes you're allowed to click on a lot of people at once, and sometimes you're not. So at the bottom, you can see I've already invited people. So mine says I have only 184 invites left. So it will tell you at the bottom. So you just keep clicking, and you keep clicking, and you keep clicking until you get up to the 500. And then once you're done, you just will click send invites. And then you email me, you inbox me, and you say, Rashida, I've invited 500 people, and I'm going to go look at the event, and I'm going to verify and confirm that you actually did. And then you're going to tell me which ticket you want. Do you want the pay-per-view ticket? Do you want the Atlanta ticket? And I am going to make sure you get your ticket. And that is a way that you can get a free ticket. All right? That's how you can get your free ticket. So, yes, that's my offer to you. Yeah, and pretty soon, like I said, you guys will be able to go onto my website and you'll be able to purchase tickets. But for now, you can get your tickets by going to the Eventbrite website and the the pay-per-view live stream website. And again, if you go to my Facebook page, you will be able to go and see where you can purchase your tickets to these events. All right. So I'm trying to make this as clear as possible for y'all and to make this easy. Thank you. There we go. So that's how it goes. And the date, once again, is June 26th. It's going down Friday, June 26th. Save the date. Friday, June 26th. Okay. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, for those of you that want to contribute to helping me produce the play, because there's still production costs associated, you can go to one of my financial platforms, my Cash App, which is $rashidalala. You can go to my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, or you can go to my GoFundMe, and you can make a donation to help with the production costs. And I just put all that information in the chat box. So I would like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch today, the world's first and only dark skinned activist. And I will see y'all at my live Dark Skin Activist show on the Dark Skin Activist Tour. The play is called A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, and it's going down on June 26th on a Friday. And you will soon be able to also purchase your tickets at my website, darkskinactivist.com.